Hi all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we will see how we get the Docker service. So let's start. So before running the service in the Docker swarm, we will see how to initialize the Docker. So firstly, let me verify the Docker swarm is already initialized or we need to initialize it. So, so now we are in the terminal. Okay. So let's verify Docker container is running or not. So we can check with the help of the Docker container ls, hit enter. Sorry, Docker container ls. So you can see there is no any container is running in my machine. Okay, so let's clear out this console and let's hit the Docker info command. Okay, so this command will provide the all that Docker information for this host. So it's showing that the version is the 25.0 and showing there is no any running container is there is no any image is there. Same way it's showing in that above that mm, swarm. The swarm is right away the inactive mode, but it means is that swarm is not running in this particular host machine. Okay, so by default when you install the Docker, so the swarm service will be that inactive mode. So we need to start this service, means we need to activate this service. So how we can do this? Let's clear this console. So first we need to initialize the Docker swarm. So for initialize the Docker swarm, we have a command which is Docker swarm init. Okay, press hit enter. So what is reflecting that Docker initialize. So in this host machine, Docker is the swarm service initialize. Current node, this is the node is is manager. So this is host now react as a manager. This machine react as a manager. Okay. Okay. So if you further want to add some worker node in this master, so this is that command docker swarm join, and this is the token. Okay. And this is the IP of that Docker Swarm manager machine. That means this is the IP of this host machine. Okay. So this is command you can further use for if you want to join any host in this Docker Swarm network. So you can keep this that token in your safe place. We will use this token in the further lecture. Okay. So you can see that Docker Swarm has been initialized in this host machine. And if you want to identify that what command available for the Docker swarm, then we can execute command docker swarm help. So it will be list out all the available command which will available for that Docker swarm. So first command is the CA. It basically used for the display the root certificate for the CA. The other command is that init, which we have right away we have initialized that Docker swarm. Other command is the join for join that worker node to the master or manager node. Then is the join token, means manage the joining token like this. This is a joining token. Okay. Then leave, if you want to leave that leave from the swarm network, then we can use the leave command. Unlock and lock command we can look in the further video lecture. And then update, if you want to update the Docker swarm, then we can use the update command. So this is the list of command which is available for the Docker swarm. So now we are going to create new service with the help of Docker swarm. Okay. So we need to identify which command are available for the service as well. So for execute command, docker service help, docker service hyphen help. it will list out all the available command for the Docker service. Okay, so just like create the Docker service, inspect the Docker service. If you have already running any service and you want to inspect, then you can use the inspect command. Then there's a log command if you want to fetch the log for the specific Docker service. ls for list out all the service which is running in your host machine. And then ps command if you want to list the tasks for one or more service, means how many container running on a specific service or multiple service. Okay, then docker that rm command if you want to remove any specific particular service or number of service, then you can use rm command. Same way the rollout command if you want to revert the change for the service configuration. And then scale if you want to scale number of services. Means if you want to scale number of container inside the services. Suppose there's a one container running for a specific service and you want to scale up to four container for that specific service, then you can use the scale command. We will see in this lecture how we can use this scale command. And then update if you want to update the service. So this is the list of available command for the service. So we have seen how we can initialize the Docker Swarm. Even we have already discussed about that command which is available for the Docker Swarm and Docker services. So now we want to create a service, and in that service we want to ping any domain name like google.com. Suppose I want to ping the google.com. So how we can ping the google.com? Let me clear out this console. So command will be the ping, then www google.com. This is a command if you want to ping any website or any domain name. So this is a command. Okay, so now if you want to create a service which will ping a google.com, so first we need to set up an operating system in that particular service. Okay, so let's see how we can create a service. So I will execute a command docker service create for create the service. Okay, and we are going to use alpine base image. Okay, this is the docker image which we are going to use in this service. And the command which will want to run inside the service is the ping and www.google.com. Okay, so this is the command docker, then space service, then create. This is for create new service. Okay, then what is the docker image we will using this service is the alpine image. Okay, and then what is the command we want to execute in this service, that ping command. And what website we want to ping is the google.com. Okay, this is a complete command. Okay. Hit enter. So it's showing that output for that command. So firstly it's showing this id. This is not a container id, this is the service id. Okay, this is which is start 90 is that is the service id. Then it's showing the overall process out one out of one task. So we define one task and that one task has completed. Okay, so that's one out of one is running. Okay, and verify service converged means service is running. Okay, so now we can execute a command docker service ls, docker service ls for list out all the service which is running in this particular host. So we have only one service is running. The service id start with the 90w. This is the service id. Okay, not a container id. Okay, and service name, this is the service name. Okay, and mode is replicated. Replicas is 1/1. Image which we are using alpine is latest image. And port we did not define any port for this service. That's the reason it is showing the blank. So here showing the replica 1/1. So what it means? So over here we are getting two entry separated by the, you can say, slash. Okay, this is the slash option. So left hand side entry is showing how many replicas is running, and right hand side entry is showing how replicas was configured. So we configure one replica and one replica is running. Means in this service we define the one replica of the service and that one replica is running right away. So this is means one out of one. Okay. So if you want to inspect a service which is running right away, so which command you use? The command will be docker service, then service name or service ID. So you can use anything. Like let me use the service name, sorry, service ID, and then docker service inspect and service ID or service name. Okay. So by this way you can inspect the any services which is running on your host machine. Okay. So this is showing the service ID which is start for the 9TW. Then it's showing the version and index level. When service is created, this is a time frame, and when the service is updated, the service name. Okay, and what is the image using in this service? The Alpine image are using this service. Okay, and what is the argument defined is that ping argument and www.google.com. Okay, so you can check all that information about this service. Okay, what is the OS they are using, what is that platform they are using, all this information you can check out with this inspect command. Okay, let me clear out this screen. So now if you want to see which container is actually executing your service on Docker machine. Okay, so we just started the service, we did not define the container. So first you need to identify the Docker service name if you want to check that this service is running in which container. So firstly you just require that service name. So with the Docker service ls we can found all the running service in this host. So my service ID is the 90, starting with the 90. Okay, if you want to check out this service running on a which particular container, then you can execute the command docker service ps and then the service name or the service ID. Let me put the service ID 90w. Okay, so this is provide the information about your container. So this is the container ID, this is not a service ID, this is for the container ID. Okay, this is a container name. The container name is starting with the service name. This is the service name, then point one is the first container is running for the service. Okay, if you're running multiple container for this service, then point 2, point 3, point 4 is showing the container name. Okay, first is adding the service name, then point 1, point 2, point 3. The image which we are using is the Alpine latest image. And which node? Okay, which node is running? This is the node, this is the name of the my that host machine. Okay, desired state running, current state running, and it's running 5 minutes ago. Okay, so in this way you can check out that your service is running how many container and which container that service is running. Okay, started the service and that service actually started the respective container which is running your task, you can say. Okay, and here task is ping google.com. This is the task which is ping google.com. Okay, I hope right now you are able to relate the things which are going behind the screen, like what is the container, what is the service, what is the task, how they react each other. Okay, so this is the, I think you can relate right away what is that going on behind the screen. Okay, now we will see how to scale up the service. So scale up service, we want to execute a command. Let me show you this command. But let me firstly show you the service docker service ls. It will list out all the running service. So we have only one service is running. Okay, and if you want to scale up that service, means there is only one container is running and you want to scale up that 4 container. Okay, how you can do this? So we have command, the command is docker service update, then hyphen replicas and number of replicas. I want to 4 replicas running for this specific service. Okay, so the command is that docker service update and then the service name or service ID, anything you can mention. The service ID is the 90W. Okay, then hyphen replicas and number of replicas. So I want the 4 replicas for this specific service. Okay, this provide the output that overall process out of 4 tasks is running, all of the 4 tasks is running, and service is the converted state. Okay, let me check that this service 4 container is running or not with the help of docker service service name is the 90 and docker service ps and service name is the 90w. Okay, so same service we have that right away 4 container running, that this is the container ID for all that container, and then name, that firstly adding the service name, then 1 2 3 4. Okay, these are 4 container for specific service. All are using the same Alpine latest email and all are running in the same node. All is the desired stage is running, and first container is running 10 minutes ago and rest of container is running 32 seconds ago. Okay, there is no any error in any container and no port is assigned for any container. Okay,